The most powerful soup known to man by Megatron. This is one of my inventions. Um, this is basically a soup, a powerful soup, a powerful concentration of soup of vitamins, minerals, nutrients. Uh, it's just so powerful. It may not cure illness, but it'll give you a boost to your immune system, especially if the person's sick of flu or something. It'll help it overcome any kind of illness. Like I said, it's not a cure. It is a super food overall. And this is one of my inventions that I came up with. Pretty much, we know that if you cook a soup or a chicken soup or whatever, it does help you get over the cold. The problem with that is it doesn't have enough concentration of what you need. So what you do, let's say, for instance, right here, the soups, all these right here, you add, your typical vegetables, your fruits, your meats, especially your seaweed that's edible because it's got a lot of nutrients. Honey, which also has nutrients. But anyway, you just make a soup of all the vitamins and minerals and whatever you need. Make your soup, and then you cook it and boil it down. Boil it down, boil it down, boil it down until you're left with just barely enough. You cook several of these, and then you get it to this point. The leftover after evaporates most of the liquid, you get a little thicker slime. Well, that actually you filter it out, and you get the concentration left with all these soups into one. You could repeat the process and go back to these again, and after already processed one, and then you do it over again. Yeah. You start evaporating, and it's like a filter. You get it concentration, and it gets more intense. So basically, you could do the process over and over if you want to get the right concentration of the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients. Just remember, nutrients are the most powerful things for the body. In the ocean, the currents carry the nutrients, and in an area where it's got a lot of life, if the nutrients, the current changes, that area will die off. Same with in Alaska, where the rivers used to run with the animal, the salmon used to carry the nutrients. Once those rivers were closed for some reason, and no more fish were able to go into those rivers, those areas where the fish used to die off and their bodies with nutrients used to replenish the forest, those areas of forest started to die off. So that tells you that nutrients are very powerful for human life. And honey, as we know it, the bees collect millions of pollen from all millions of flowers, and they have all these nutrients from different hundreds of miles of square footage, or we don't know how big the square footage, but all these nutrients from different miles are concentrated in each drop of honey. So what you do is you boil all these ingredients, your vegetables, your fruit, your meats, your honey, your seaweed, because seaweed's got a high concentration of nutrients, and then you evaporate them, and whatever's left over, you filter out and take out the excess grease and fat, and then you just want the liquid, and then you do it a process over and over. You could do it maybe once, twice, maybe 3 times. You want to get that concentration as high as you want, and then, like I said, to a point. Then the final process is a soup, the most powerful soup in the entire world, because we'll have 1 cup will have the equivalent, or maybe 6 or 7 cups of soup into one single. You could have refine this process and have the concentration of nutrients and vitamins concentrate in that one single container instead of having several ones, And basically what you do is you concentrate all that into one single material. That way you have a super soup. Obviously, the vitamins and minerals and proteins and whatever concentration that is. Like I said, you could have the option of having meats in there, or just take that out and just have more like a vitamins and minerals and stuff. But that is the most powerful soup you will ever have. Because one bowl of soup will be like tasting 7 or more. The concentration of vitamins and minerals. So even if the person's ill, it'll give it a huge boost, more than any other food in the world, for that person to recover. Like I said, it's not a guarantee that the person's going to get well. It's just it'll give it a fighting chance. And sometimes that's all you need.